I'm here on the South Branch of the Chicago River in Bridgeport, not somewhere you'd expect me to be on a summer afternoon in Chicago, and something I'm sure you're also not familiar with is the Chicago Rowing Center women's team.
Up and over heads and up.
Few times I've been around that track, so it's not just gonna happen like that, 'cause it ain't no holler back, girl, ain't no holler back, girl.
The Chicago Rowing Center is a women's rowing program for anyone, high school age and up, with any level of experience. Right now, there are about 20 girls on this team. The youngest is 16, and the oldest is nearing her 50s.
Hi, Mom.
Most people don't even know this team exists, let alone any rowing teams at all in Chicago.
Every day they go, "You row? I've never heard of that." Or, you know, you have to explain to them, like you just throw out a movie name that has rowing, and they're like, "Oh, that's what rowing is."
In Chicago, people hardly even know there's a river. The river's sort of this back alley that you don't really see unless you're driving across a bridge and you look down and, oh, there's the river. So there's a lot of people that know rowing and know of rowing, but they don't know that there's rowing in Chicago. And you know, it's the third largest city in the United States. It's 8 million people in the metropolitan area, and there's a river right down the middle of it.
Guys, connect the foot stretch of the blade to the finish.
Michael O'Gorman is the team's founder and coach. You can find this Massachusetts native riding in a motorboat alongside his rowers as they do drills up and down the Chicago River.
I'm crazy for this little lady.
This is a sport that takes dedication. Their practice schedule pretty much sums it up. They're out here twice a day, 6 days a week, at 4 a.m. and 6 in the evening.
In two, Bob here out. This is by far the toughest sport I've ever been in. It's early mornings, it's late nights, it's a lot of workouts. No workout is ever easy. You think you're gonna come to an easy workout and you get off the water drenched in sweat.
It's 100% all the time, even at practice. Every single stroke you take is the last stroke you're ever going to take in your life. I mean, you have to think about it that way. Otherwise, you'll never get better. It's awesome to feel strong, you know? And especially being a woman, you know how you're so taught to be small and dainty and, you know, out of the way. It's great to know that you're powerful, that you can be strong.
All right, this is easy, especially when you got the ladies backing you up.
I mean, there's a lot to it. You have to build endurance, you have to build technique, you have to get people aggressive, you know, you have to get people who can really attack when they race. And, you know, you have a real opportunity to sort of mold a team and mold a group of people.
So stern 6, add in bow pair.
And the work pays off. The CRC has won 11 national titles in its 5 short years of existence. Just last month at the U.S. Rowing National Championships in Indianapolis, they snagged another gold medal and 2 bronze.
10 more, let's go!
When people ask how old we are, we tell them we were founded 11 national titles ago, which at some places is 150 years, but here it's not.
As one of the smallest teams to compete nationally, this scrappy team from Bridgeport often surprises its East Coast rivals.
I started last year as a novice and I just went to U.S. Rowing Nationals. That would have never happened if I didn't get up out of my apartment and try something new. So I say, if you feel like doing it, now's the opportunity.
It's absolutely not like, oh, you're not an Olympian, so don't. And some clubs will do that. It just doesn't faze us. If somebody never won anything in college or, you know, they never won anything at their other club, we just take them, we put them in, we train them, and then they start winning stuff.